Welcome on into the Supermate 64 podcast. Yes, we're a little late, and we have a lot to talk about today, but we'll hope you'll stay and enjoy the program. Today's program, we have a excellent selection of news, particularly the Starfox news, which has just come out recently. We have Starfox, we have Splatoon Raiders. I'm still catching up on things, but I will be talking also shortly about the Super Mario Wonder DLC, Bell Park.
Hang on. We are not going to just start this as if everything is fine and how it should be. We need to start this with you apologising to all your fans.
Apologising about what? Singular. No one knows what I need to apologise about yet.
I believe we've been away from podcasting for what feels like 22 years.
Yeah, it's been a while since we recorded.
Because I think that entire time you've actually been playing Mario Wonder.
Mostly.
And I think if we don't recall our previous episode, someone saying that it may not have been as good as they hoped for it, but all of a sudden, you've spent all of your time on it.
Yeah, I think it was, 20, 25 hours?
Oh, something horrific. Either way, you owe your fan an apology.
Well, we'll get to that.
For your Mario Wonder slander.
But before the apology that you'll give to me. So, yeah, we have been a little away for, I think, about 2 months since the last recording of our podcast. We have a lot to talk about, and, yeah, the apology will be part of it. I think we need to talk about Mario Wonder. There was the Mario Wonder DLC, Bell Park. We're going to talk about that for sure. Also, we're going to talk about there's a Switch price increase happening everywhere. Yeah, that's great. Happy news, eh? But yeah, we'll talk on that. And also as well, the Starfox Direct was dropped. So much has happened in the last
Literally dropped.
Literally dropped. One of two things that just randomly dropped. But yeah, we'll be discussing the Direct for Starfox. And also another thing that they dropped is the Splatoon Raiders. Also, again, just randomly on the app. I guess that's how Nintendo...
Some of the extra trailers.
Yeah, I guess that's how Nintendo does stuff nowadays. So we'll be talking about that. And also as well, I think we'll do a little summary of... Yeah, we'll mention about what was released in this day, if there's anything interesting that pops up.
There's definitely a few little golden nuggets of releases.
Yeah.
Something that we can blow out of proportion for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, that's our overall topics today. So yeah, thank you once again all for joining. And yeah, I guess I've got a script. I'm giggling so much already because I have a script for this episode. See, we are trying to make this podcast proper. And I keep staring at how Spudling... Oh yeah, by the way, this is Spudling joining me again. I am Pikacharr and Spudling. Pikacharr and Spudling together.
Am I still classed as a special guest on the podcast or a series regular? Or
I guess you're the main co-host would probably be better.
The main co-host.
The main
Is
co-host.
there a secondary co-host I should be aware of?
No, not yet. Not until I find someone to replace you.
Oh, okay, naturally.
Anyways, I'm looking at this script and it's got the Mario Wonder apology, or Mario Dunder, as I will explain why I've called it Mario Dunder, is like put in full caps. It's very... Yeah, alright. Okay, so Mario Wonder. It's a game.
We'll keep this very brief. We have spoken about this before, just in case.
Briefly, but Mario Wonder was released on the Switch before the Switch 2 was released. I bought it at launch, like I usually do with Mario games, and I didn't like it.
And why didn't you like it?
I didn't like it because it's very hard, and it made me angry.
So there's one particular challenge level you couldn't get by, and you decided it was the worst Mario game ever.
Yeah, pretty much. So early in the beginning, I did play with a couple of mates, and one of the levels where you I think it's in World 1. It's one of the hard challenge ones. Like, it says on the level that it's very hard. And look, I know I've always been notoriously bad at Mario games. I've never been that great, but all of my friends and me were like, yeah, we're going to do this very difficult level. And the level is the one where you just jump up like from the bottom to the top of the screen and go on all the platforms, and you have to jump on every single platform, and the platform will be like one dot pretty much, and you have to consistently jump on like 15 to 20 platforms just going directly up, and if you fall down once, like that's it. I mean, there's a couple checkpoints, but you have to be really good at Mario to get through that. And I'm a person who's not very good at Mario, and I just kept dying. And I had all of my friends that were playing with me that were like, "We've already done it. We're already at the top," well, And I couldn't do it, and I rage quit. I rage quit from that level, and I put Wonder down, and I said, "Hey, maybe this game's not really for me." And I haven't touched it until...
That's the most polite way of you describing that story that I've heard so far. And just a quick little side note for guys wondering, it is the wall climb jump 1 badge challenge. If you wanted to have a go on it yourself and finish it first or second go, and leave it in the comments to wonder why Bronwyn got so upset over it. But moving on.
Yeah, I mean, for some people it seemed very easy. It was just a side level as well, but it was, the experience wasn't great, and I wasn't happy with it, so I left it at that, and I just left it until they released the Bellabelle Park DLC that came out recently, a couple months ago now, I guess. And that was when I thought, okay, maybe I'll give it another go. And I don't know if you're aware, but in the Bellabelle Park DLC, they added an assist mode. It is actually part of the DLC. For me, the terrible Mario player. A gift from Shigeru himself.
Just for you.
Just for me. And so the combination of the assist mode, which, it's a cheat playing with the assist mode. Like, you fall down and it's just like, that's okay, you can walk on air. It's kind of cheating. But it helped me get through the main levels. So I was happier to give it more of a chance. That said though, I did go back to that level that I really struggled with, and the assist mode doesn't assist you on that level, just to clarify. And I have gone back and I was like, okay, I'm going to get through it. And I have got through it, and I have got to the top, and I was very happy. It took me much longer than it should have. But yeah, assist mode, look, I love them. I love an assist mode. I'm like that with most games, If there's an easy mode or a story mode, I'm going to pick that over a hard mode. That's just the kind of gamer that I am. But I feel like you're the opposite, Spudling. I think you want to increase the difficulty, don't you?
I don't mind a bit of challenge, but I'm not on the Kaizo level of challenge. That's probably where I do draw the line.
Yeah, well, I think, how many tries did it take you to get through that one level? Like 3 times, maybe?
Probably 2 or 3. It's just... I definitely get, obviously, different gameplays and styles suit different, and
I was pretty harsh on.
I was just... I'm glad you eventually played the rest of it, and you're like, this actually is...
Yeah, well, I am glad that the assist mode was there to assist me get through the game. I also really liked playing as Rosalina, because I'd just seen the Mario Galaxy movie, and I was very enjoyed that a lot. So I felt like the Bellabelle DLC, I won't talk too much more about it, but it was definitely a good complement to the Mario Wonder game. It added a lot of extra things, which I personally thought was much well needed in the game. And so, yeah, that made me get through, not to completion, but to finish the main story. But that's a story for another time, how I complete games or finish them.
We did have a few comments from last time. A few people from our sudden poll we had at the end of either last episode or the one before, that depend how you word it. If you say you complete it, it is you doing everything you can in the game. But you finishing the story is, of course, making it to the first set of credits.
Yeah. I'm learning that with Mario games, that you think that it's ending, but it's actually not. They lie to you.
You're only at the halfway mark.
But yeah, great DLC. I'm glad that, that was very fun to play through. So yeah, on the script it says Bellabelle Park, actually good. Actually, yeah, it's pretty good.
Don't tell them the script.
No, right? I'm not very good at script writing.
It's gonna ruin them. It's like WWE showing all the behind the scenes stuff.
I should actually,
because we're on the same level.
For YouTubers, if you are listening on Spotify, you won't be able to see, but for YouTubers, I'll give you a treat. I'll show you the script on the video so you can see. That's what it looks like. Mario Dunder, apologies. So yeah, all right, we're done with that. All right, okay, so moving on, let's talk about Starfox, because that's the real big, actually, I think I missed let's go to Starfox. We'll do the price increase later, because we want to go to positive stuff now. Starfox, I'm going to do a little screen share of the trailer.
Where were you when you heard news of that there was anything Starfox news related? Because for us, it was last Thursday. Where are we at now? It's today. Yeah, so 3 days ago.
You mean about the Starfox game or about Starfox?
Yes.
Okay, so I just woke up and it was there.
Because you jumped in the group chat to like 50 plus messages.
Yeah, that's what happened. Because I think it was like 7 a.m. or something that they just dropped it. So.
I just walked into a meeting at work and I felt my phone going off on vibrate several times. I'm like, oh, someone's probably tried to call me, or there's a few notifications coming through. I sound pretty busy at the moment. And then I get out the meeting to look at my phone and there's 4 or 5 like the Nintendo news apps going off, YouTube's going off, my group chat's going off. I'm like, what has happened? I just hear the tagline. Click here to watch the Starfox Direct. I'm like, what Starfox Direct? They didn't plan anything. Let's have a look. And then, bam.
There it is. It's, because not only is it's not just a trailer that they've dropped, like it's a full direct where they're talking about everything, so...
Yeah, it's 15 plus minutes worth. Like, can you imagine if, we'll talk a bit later about where it sits, where it was going to sit in a potential direct, but that was just 15 straight minutes of, here's the new Starfox game. Enjoy, really.
Yeah. I think, if they'd hidden the Starfox thing a little bit more. I mean, to be fair, once everyone knew about Starfox in the movie, we were all kind of like thinking, there's going to be a Starfox. There's going to be a Starfox game. They're going to bring it back.
Surely.
But Starfox 64 again?
I'm chuffed.
Yeah, look, I think it looks brilliant. I mean, the graphical overhaul looks fantastic. You know, like that they're really using the power of the Switch too. And those 4K visuals are going to be stunning. But I do question why they've decided again to bring Starfox 64 back. You know, like the same game but reworked again. Because I don't know if did you ever follow the Starfox 64 remake on the 3DS at all? I don't know if you were playing.
I certainly
did. Yeah.
I absolutely loved it.
Right.
Just the new ways to play. It's already... Starfox seems like that. They tried something else with Adventures, which a lot of people did enjoy, but it still wasn't for everyone.
Yeah.
But so many people love 64, and we just keep going forward with all these innovations with Nintendo. Or think of how you could play Starfox 64 on... Obviously, it's 64. And now think of all the different ways you can play it on Switch 2. So you got your mouse mode, you've still got your gyro, you've got your standard, you've got your pilot and gunner mode, so you can have someone be the pilot, someone can be the gunner.
Be cool.
I absolutely love, because it's such a great game. I absolutely love that there's all these different ways you can play it, and it's never looked better.
Parts that I'm really excited for is I feel like they've rehauled the story a little bit, added like more.
You added more.
Yeah, so like already they've got the story for it, because I haven't fully played Starfox 64. So I think for me and probably a lot of others as well, this might actually be their first experience to play the story of Starfox. And maybe that's what Nintendo is really thinking, because they did say initially they're kind of like, it's been, it's the 30-year anniversary or something. I don't know if it's 30 year, but they're like, it's been a long time since we've had anything Starfox, which it has. They keep having these big gaps between the games. And that's just, they're like, we're going to bring it back and we're going to, use the story that we already have. Look at the characters now. They look so good. Falco and Fox and Slippy Toad. They look so good. The graphics look amazing. But yeah, I'm hoping for more story, because I love a story in a game, and it makes you care more about the characters that you're playing. Then that'll be great.
And there's so many people that completely skipped the Wii U. They didn't even know Starfox Zero was a thing.
Isn't that the Skylanders one that came on the Wii U?
Nah, Star Fox, nah. Oh, so that was Starlink.
Yeah.
They had a Nintendo exclusive, like, couple missions, and they've added Star Fox in. But there's a few people I've heard from that are very loosely like, fans of Nintendo. They thought this
like
was a
me,
from the
I'm
Smash
like that
Bros.
as well. I'm like, is this the Smash Bros. Character? I am aware of the games, but I would say I have more of a connection playing them in Smash than actually in the games.
Dear. Oh, God.
But either way, look, it's I see the potential for this game, and even for the series, and I do agree. I always also forget that there's a Wii U game. I also forget that they exist. I didn't get any of those except for the Starlink one. I do remember seeing in the like bargain bin at JB Hi-Fi sometimes, and I still didn't buy it.
Yeah, I think it was a cheeky Ubisoft title that goes on sale pretty regularly. Let me just triple check that for you. Just fact check myself just in case.
You know, it's off topic. We won't talk about it, but I have heard that Skylanders are starting to come back in popularity because the kids that grew up with Skylanders are now adults, and they're like, I remember Skylanders.
It was Ubisoft Toronto.
Oh yeah.
So apologies for my side tangent.
Wasn't Starfox Adventures also Square Enix?
I
could be wrong, because I know I have played more of Star Fox Adventures than I have any other Star Fox. I'm an opposite Star Fox fan. I don't know how that happened. It was good. I enjoyed that on GameCube. You were like you go to like a dinosaur planet or whatever. You have like staff.
Oh, it was Rare.
Oh, it was Rare. Okay, yeah. I had a feeling it was one of the heavy hitters developers.
Yeah, so that was one of those. You find out this is like that Mario 2 being reskinned, like the Doki Doki game being reskinned as Mario Bros 2. But yeah, so the very common fact for Star Fox Adventures was it being originally titled Dinosaur Planet for the 64, but then it was repurposed with the Star Fox skin.
So it would sell.
Yes.
Well, I did sell. I played it. It was good.
Which, actually, just reading up here, it was Rare's final game for a Nintendo home console.
Oh, no way. Oh.
Yeah, so it's a bit somber.
Yeah. Is it on the GameCube NS? I don't think it is.
I don't think it's been it's not confirmed, and we're all hoping it's going to be dropped at some point.
It should do. I'm surprised that they didn't talk about it in... I think they did talk about the game in the Direct, but they didn't mention anything about it being dropped. It'd be nice if it did. It's a good game. Good classic one. Yeah, no, I also really... One of the things that did stand out, you already mentioned it before, but playing this with mouse mode definitely interests me, because I think it's on-rail spaceship games is what they call this kind of type.
Yeah, on-rail shooters.
On-rail shooters.
It's perfect for it.
Yeah, it is. It really is really perfect for it. Also, see, there's an easy mode. See, that's why I'm happy.
Oh, where's the easy assist mode?
Easy assist mode. I'm keen.
Easy plus assist.
I'm keen on that because, again, this is another thing that I have with games is that if it's just too hard and too much struggle, I can't go through it as much unless I'm very motivated to get through a game. So yeah, it's got an easy mode for me and a difficult mode for you. So.
Well, worst case scenario, I reckon what we'll play on easy mode.
Yeah.
I'll be the pilot and you be the gunner because with easy mode you've got unlimited ammo.
Nice.
So you just keep firing away and I'll worry about the flying and the moving.
I think that would be good because it's to do with like
and you just go pew pew pew.
Having to focus on multiple things at the same time, like driving and also shooting is probably what makes it difficult for me. But yeah, I have played the 3DS one. But again, I didn't get through it because I think it just got too difficult for me, so I dropped it. So, but yeah, either way, I'm excited to try this. Also, mouse mode. Some games are just made for a mouse mode, and I feel like this might be one of them if mouse mode works. Okay, so keen on trying that. And also the game chat features. What do you think of those? Oh,
the filters has been such a nice touch. I just want to also quickly add, a lot of people's complaints with this was like people were saying Nintendo, like they're saying Nintendo was lazy with it, but right now we're watching the complete other half that they've added and developed specifically for this rebirth, is what they titled it. You're getting double what they originally had. They could have just reskinned the campaign and slapped it in, and
I think
be done
they did
with
for
it.
the 3DS.
They've added so much. For
the 3DS one was very much a complete rework, like not reworking, but they just kind of reskinned it. But this one's not that. That's it. This is
absolutely
they've put a lot of love into it. And it should feel like a whole brand new game, which is good.
We're all going to have our 4-player game chat filters on. We're going to be terrible for it. We're all going to be Starfox, aren't we?
Yeah. I'm just excited to dust off my camera. Because there's not enough uses for the Nintendo camera. So if this is going to have one of them...
there's now 2.
That's great. So, yeah, because I'm going to jump forward in the direct, but I'll come back. So what am I, 10 minutes? I want to jump to the bit where they were testing out the game chat bit. I forget what his name is, but he's like, he pulls faces at the camera. Oh, man, this is great. This is like... So imagine playing with someone as Slippy. Is it Slippy Toad? Slippy Toad? I get the names right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'll play as Slippy Toad. But I just, oh man, it's going to be fun. That's what I want, like I want the camera to be used more, and having this character thing, and also the way you can use it in different games is very cool as well.
Do you reckon they're going to add more features from other games? More filters?
Sorry. I hope so. I hope they do it. I mean, I understand why it fits so well with Starfox, because the whole game, most of the game is that your character is in the little radio feed, so it makes sense for them to have that. I hope they do. I want as many games as possible, even if it's just a minor thing added. I want a reason to use my camera in a game. I want as many options as possible. I don't want it to end up being like the 3DS AR, which is like, you can AR camera and get the little cards and wow.
Here's 3 apps to do with, and that's right, we completely forgot this was a
exactly.
thing.
Yeah, I don't want it to be forgotten. I want them to use it, because I mean they've done things where they've actually, in game chat itself, they've like improved it. If you do the share game feature, it used to be very low res, and they've like improved the resolution when you do game share, which is good. And I feel like, I mean the camera's limited in what it is, but yeah, I hope that, I feel like it's getting better compared to how it was when the Switch 2 launched. I feel like the whole social system, camera and all of that is working well. So yeah, I'm excited to try that out.
I just hope if there are extra features from other games, I want there to be a really serious moment, like you're in a final boss battle of a Resident Evil level, I'm just going to use Resident Evil Requiem as an example. Yeah. Someone's Leon, or just someone's Leon, someone's being the boss just for the sake of the video, and then they've just got you as Slippy Toad in the corner, just hanging out.
Yeah, that's it. I'll just like just ruin,
taking away the seriousness of the scenario.
You'll play the my scariest serious game, and I'm just like, hey guys, how you doing? It's Slippy Toad here. Sorry. Oh, that'll be fun. Yeah. Yeah, looking at the ones now, so it's like got all the main characters, and then because I've never finished the game, so there's like other characters as well, like evil characters.
Yeah, there's Starwolf from Smash Bros as well in this. Yeah. I've got a few characters.
The fairies rejoice. Also, it's got N64 controller, NSO N64 controller support. Are you going to use that? Because
No!
Right? Yeah. See.
Oh, but yeah, they're from the start to finish, the original to what they made its way to. You just appreciate the evolution.
Oh, when you compare it, it's just like, you can see how much they've improved.
I knew they were from Smash Bros. Knew it.
I mean, they get the same treatment as Fire Emblem. They were like, that's the Smash Bros. Characters. Like, Fire Emblem is a series. It's not just a Smash Bros. Character.
Or now the big burning question.
Yeah.
Is this day one for you?
Oh, that's a heavy one. I don't know if it's day one.
Oh, God.
It's definitely on my list.
Wow.
Yeah, it's...
So I'll start writing an apology to next podcast that we get out in the next 6 months.
Every episode apology. No, because there's something else coming out in a couple months that's going to take up a lot of my time.
This comes out before
it does.
That particular...
But I don't know. We'll see how we go. I can't buy every game on day one, even if I want to.
Well, I don't think you're trying hard enough.
Either way, it does look really good. Whether or not you decide to get it on day one or day 30 or whatever, it's still there. The game is still coming out, and you can still enjoy it. I still haven't played. I haven't got Tomodachi Life yet either. I did the demo and I was like, that's enough. Like, that's enough.
All right, so now we are actually going to be writing an apology for the next podcast.
Nah, it does look really, really good, and I respect for what they've got, but everyone plays different types of games, and this is not my very first choices of games. And I think some people are like that as well. Like, some games you're just like, yep, definitely going to play a lot of hours of that. And the other ones are like, oh, maybe I'll wait till it's 20% off. So, if you'll let me. You won't, but anyway.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. All right. I think we talked everything about Starfox now. Do you have any other thoughts?
Oh, I'm pretty happy with that. Definitely day one for me. It
good.
just brings back lots and lots of memories reminiscent. Particularly the soundtrack is burnt into my brain for this one.
All right, yeah. It'll be good. I'm glad that it exists.
Very happy. Yeah, next one. So you might be a little bit excited for this next topic. I know there's something that you've had on your mind for a bit.
Yes. So the other thing I'm looking forward to very much is Splatoon Raiders, which also got dropped in our hiatus between podcasts. So, yeah. But before I dive into that...
We're only doing 2 podcasts a year, aren't we?
I think so. We kind of do a podcast when we feel...
Just a biannual.
Yeah, just like when we feel like talking about it. Very casual. We're very relaxed. But yeah, Splatoon Raiders, that also got dropped. I mean, let me turn the sound down. Dropped on the news Nintendo Today app. I am a huge Splatoon fan, but I'm actually a new Splatoon. I can't even say it anymore.
You got on the script SpLOOON, so are you reading SpLOOON?
I know, I do that to myself. I'm actually a relatively new fan to Splatoon. I started playing Splatoon 3 when the Switch 2 came out. That's how new I am, only within 12 months. But I've since gone back and played all of the older games. A majority of the story. I have played a lot of Splatoon 2 and almost all of Splatoon 1 story. I need to go back and finish more of it. But yeah, no, I very much enjoy the series. I've played 190 hours. Are we up to 190 hours of Splatoon 3 on the Switch? So I think I like it. I think I like the series. But the thing with Splatoon, which I think a lot of the fans will talk about, is that they don't announce much very often, if ever. I think it's been 6 to 8 months since they first announced that Splatoon Raiders existed. And now they've
finally dropped the trailer.
They finally dropped another trailer, and honestly, looking at it, it's still only 3 minutes. It's actually very short. But yeah, so it's a single-player focused story. Cool. All right. That's a bit different.
Well, since this trailer has dropped, there has been another subsequent trailer to also drop and announce online features, etc. So you still can have co-op, like mission style of missions, etc.
Yes, I've seen a couple of screenshots of that. You just basically go up to a menu and you go add your friends in with you, and then you play together. So there is still, even though it's a single player focused game. I mean, it's like it is like Salmon Run. That's the conversation that's been going on. Like Salmon Run. Actually, you can't really play Salmon Run by yourself.
Expanded.
Yeah, it's but more expanded, and you add more. You add your friends to do it to go with it. So yeah, like I played a bit of Salmon Run. I'm not one of the best ones at it, but I did enjoy Salmon Run. I'm more of a turf war person, but that's fine. I'm very excited for more story content. I love games with story, so if that's the direction they're going in, great. I'm excited. And also there's a lot of like a construction part to it as well. I guess where you're building your weapons and modifying them with different things. So that part sounds really exciting too.
Some of those extra special attacks that you've got that we're seeing in the trailer now, very excited to see how far they take it. There are some really cool special attacks.
Oh yeah, I'd say it's like a fresh start. It's a fresh start, a fresh side game to Splatoon, something they haven't done before. I mean, if you know Splatoon's all about that, like having unique style, unique everything.
Like the amiibos.
The amiibos, yeah, we're already at the end of the trailer, but yes, the amiibos. I love the design. I love the deep cut design of them with their summer like costumes. I already have those.
I love that Nintendo is still clinging to the Like, they could have given up Amiibos 5 years ago and we never would have seen them again, never had a feature. But I love how they're just clinging on to the, we'll still chuck some Amiibo features in, and we'll release a couple new ones every now and then. Why not?
It's interesting because it's like Amiibos came out with Super Smash Bros. On the Wii U. That's when they first came out with that game. That's how they sold them. Because Smash Brothers has that you collect all the characters thing, so they were like, you can get a physical version of the character. Brilliant, fantastic, love it. And then since then, they're just like, as you said, they just randomly, they were like, here you go, here's some. And then some other games, they were like, nope, I thought Starfox was going to have some when I watched that direct. I'm like, okay, it's going to end and there's going to be Amiibo. And maybe they will, but yeah, it's good to have though. I like them, not necessarily for the game elements. Some games will just give them, it should always be, you get a little tiny reward. You get coins. You get something that's you can get in the game that's not really urgent, but not really important to continue. I like Amiibos being like that. I don't really like Amiibos being like the ones in Metroid, where they're like, hey, this main part, the way you unlock the radio in the overworld, that seems to me to be such a crucial part of the game. You want to listen. Locking
a feature behind an amiibo, I definitely disagree with.
Yeah, I don't like that.
The Zelda Loftwing amiibo for Skyward Sword.
That's the other one that shouldn't have happened. It needs to be something that's not necessary, but a nice little bonus if you have it. So, yeah. But either way, I'm happy that amiibo still exist. I think they're cool. As a collector, a figure collector, I think if they look cool, well, that's why I get them. Mainly.
So you picked up your Rosalina Mario Galaxy amiibo then, for sure, surely.
Maybe. I actually do have it. I haven't updated.
Sent me wow. So I was actually going to update and say that you need to do a third apology.
No apologies.
I think was it 18 months ago? You're like, no, I don't think Splatoon. It probably doesn't look like my thing. And then out of nowhere, you message me a week later as if you're having a withdrawal because you haven't had any more Splatoon content in.
I've been waiting for ages. I remember, I don't know if it was the last direct or one of the directs before. I was watching it and then it showed a beach island and I'm like, Splatoon! And it's like, oh no, what the heck is this? It was like Dragon Quest or something. Dragon Quest is great as well, but it was just that's how hyped I was for something. So when this actually just dropped on the app, I'm like, I can't react to it because it's just so sudden. I had no preparation, no hype or anything. It's just here it is.
You just wait till there's 50 messages on our group chat. You're like, oh, something's going down here.
I know, right? That seems to be the way that everything is announced nowadays. Yeah, which is actually one of the topics I'd like to move into about how is this what Nintendo's doing now? Are they gonna just release the information about their titles using the Nintendo Today app? I mean, I'm not saying that there won't be any directs, but Starfox, for example, was a direct that they just dropped on the app. There was no it's coming, something's coming, wait a couple days.
I think there's a lot playing into, one, the announcement of Starfox with the price increase of the Switch, to a little bit of the release date of Starfox seems very close to when they're going to do their big mid-year direct anyway, and I doubt they would have had Starfox as part of that direct because, one, it was so big and it would have been so close to they're not going to drop such a massive announcement in a direct and be like, oh yeah, it comes out in 8 days. I doubt they would have done that, because with that there was some comments of a Nintendo rep promising a more robust, his words, a more robust software lineup. So are we going to be expecting, there's lots of rumours about an Ocarina remake, but are we expecting an Ocarina rebirth like we're getting with Star Fox 64? If we're getting stuff like that, I'm all for it.
Yeah,
I could not be more excited.
I haven't really talked much about the spoilers and leaks and everything that's online, but it's pretty open at the moment. So we try to avoid it, but with this one, I mean, we may as well speak about it
we
now.
Try to avoid it.
But there was a Nate the Hate guy on social media that tends to have information that is sometimes accurate. so far he's been accurate with this most recent prediction, which he mentioned that there was going to be a Starfox. Though he said something a little bit different though. He said it was going to be a Starfox new game, as in like a new, not Star Fox 64 remake or something like that. So he was wrong with that. But he did predict a Star Fox game, and he did say Splatoon Raiders was going to be summer, which it is, by the way. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. I think it's July. I better get that date. Yeah, July 23rd. I guess July is summer for people in America. I don't know because I'm Australian. So, he did predict that. And the other big heavy hitter prediction that he had was an Ocarina of Time 3D remake. He didn't say anything about what it would be like. A lot of people are speculating that it's going to be like Breath of the Wild, which, man, that would be epic. Let's be real. That Ocarina of Time but Breath of the Wild merged in one, that's a great combination. That's like chocolate on ice cream.
One thing with the predictions that I sort of got a bit over was one person makes 10 predictions and one thing comes right.
Yeah.
Obviously, you just got to have something come good by chance, but then it's every other YouTube channel. You just got sick of all reporting the exact same thing based on the exact same source.
Yeah.
Only for it to be a maybe.
Well, that's what some people do sometimes. They just say the most, like you said, they say 10 predictions and then one thing right, and they're like, I'm right. But Nate the Hate has been consistently right for a lot of things. So I'm surprised Nintendo Ninjas haven't hit him already. So I don't know. Maybe he was accidentally CC'd into an email, a business email or something from Nintendo, and that's how he gets it. Because that happens a lot.
That'd be the absolute best of just a briefcase labeled top secret, do not open. Just gets left on a cafe table or something, and someone walking by is like, oh, I wonder what this is, and it's like Nintendo's next 6 years.
It's like, okay. Nate the Hate's uncle is Shigeru Miyamoto. That's how he's getting it. Yeah, I don't know. Look, regardless of what everyone's talking about, if Ocarina of Time came out again, it's that the other thing that I feel as well, because with the 3DS, they did a similar sort of thing. Like they redid Star Fox 64, and then they redid Ocarina of Time, which I love the 3DS version of that, and I've been kind of hoping that it was available on something else to play again, and the timing of that was extremely close. So they're just like, it's happening again, but Nintendo repeats themselves. So maybe they're following the trend. They were like, hey, we're going to redo Ocarina of Time again. Also, we did Star Fox. People bought it back then. What if we do the exact same thing? Maybe people will do it. I don't know. Either way, yeah. Rumors do a rumor. Leaks do a leak.
Perfect.
Yeah, all right. So, yeah, I'll finish off on Splatoon. There was just one other thing that I just wanted to mention about it before we move on. So, yeah, a lot of people about Splatoon Raiders are saying it's like Salmon Run. So, I like Salmon Run. I don't mind. Although, what do you think about... Because Salmon Run was included in Splatoon 3. That's like a game within a game, whereas Raiders is separate, meaning you have to buy a separate game. Do you think that that's a bit... What do you think about that? Like, do you feel that that's a little bit scummy that they've kind of gone, well, hey, we're just going to make a separate game so we'll get another 70 or $80 out of you? So...
Well, I think there's going to be a lot more to this than what they're letting on.
Yeah.
Exactly what happened with Pacopia. At first, looking at trailers, I was like, is there really that much? And I'm like, I was very ummy-ary about it. And then on release, I was just blown away with how much there was actually to do.
Yeah.
There's definitely, I can guarantee there's way more to Splatoon Raiders than what you see in trailers. It's not just going to be a slightly expanded Salmon Run.
Yeah.
It'll be its own survival story mode. There's going to be some crafting. There's going to be some building up an island. And plenty of online features, so there'll definitely be events. It's going to be way more than what we're expecting.
Yeah, I think I don't think it'll be... I mean, look, some of the enemies are, similar to what was in Salmon Run, but you can't use that and be like, well, it's Salmon Run, it's part of the Splatoon universe. Of course, they're going to reuse similar
There's still
enemies.
squids in Splatoon?
There's still squids. I know, right?
What?
I think I don't think it's that big of a deal. And if anything, I feel kind of positive about the idea of splitting the two games up, because then that means that they can have developers focus on, hey, this is the game that we're building. This is what we want it to be. We need to put all of our effort into making this one game really good, rather than what Splatoon 3 had, which was like Turf War and Salmon Run, which were both really well good games, but two separate ones. Like, there was some parts missing from both of them, because again, they're like two separate parts of one game. So I think also going into the future with the way Splatoon, the like future Turf Run game, because that's the other thing, they've got a whole competitive side behind Splatoon as well. And I think for Splatoon 4, if they do Splatoon 4, or they might actually, maybe they'll be like Splatoon Raiders and Splatoon Turf War 2 or something like that. Like they will eventually bring out another one for competitive, but I suspect they'll continue on with Splatoon 3 for competitive for a while. And then when they release the next one, it'll just be, Turf War without Salmon Run. But that can make it better. Sorry. But anyway, so that's all I have to say on Splatoon for now.
I was a sucker for table turf mode. I put more into table turf than I did the 3 competitive mode. I'm afraid to admit, I just loved it so much.
I love Turf War. It's such a good...
The table turf board game?
Oh, the table turf, yeah. I also like table turf as well. I put a lot of hours into that too. I forget that it's there, but I did really enjoy that too, the card game.
Also very upset that Australia didn't get the physical table turf cards, and you've got to order them from overseas, but that's a podcast for another time.
Yeah, Japan gets everything, but that's the thing. Splatoon 3 is just, there's so much in that game. And, with the sequels to everything, if they split it, I mean, who knows? Maybe Raiders will have table turf of some sort. It could have it.
Hope so.
Who knows? Or maybe they'll just rework it into some other epic little mini game. It'll be good. So, yeah. Anyways, so moving on from Splatoon. So we're going to do our little special feature on this day. And Spudling...
Spud special segment.
will tell us the special segment of On This Day. And so on this day, are we talking about 10th of May? That's when we're recording.
10th of May?
What came out the 10th of May?
15 years ago.
Yeah.
Lego Pirates of the Caribbean on 3DS and DS and PSP still. Wii, PS3 and 360. Obviously, we only care about the 3DS and DS on this particular podcast.
Nintendo nerds, but yeah.
Beyblade Metal Masters only for the DS.
Yep.
It was still, and also Dream Trigger for 3DS. So on the same day, only a DS game and only a 3DS game came out. It wasn't for either or both. That's odd that they were still releasing it like that.
Yeah.
And some of the bigger ones, in 1999, Super Mario Bros. Deluxe for the Game Boy Color was released in North America.
I wonder how long it took to come to Australia after that.
7 years ago today, Detective Pikachu premiered in US theatres.
The movie?
Certainly. Yeah.
7 years?
7 years.
That's offensive. Came out last year.
Just makes you old, doesn't it?
Yeah. I actually think I watched that movie on an aeroplane.
Oh, God.
And I enjoyed it. I love it. Good movie. Great movie. Bit kiddie at times, but a realistic Charizard was weird. But alright. It was like a lizard. I mean, he's a lizard, isn't he? Is that it?
Did you play any of those on this day? Yeah, it's pretty quiet on this day.
I didn't know that there was a Lego Pirates of the Caribbean. There was a Beyblades one.
It was everywhere.
I've never played. I mean, I know the Lego Star Wars games. I have memories of playing those. But I haven't played all of the Legos. They're good though. They're very popular, and some of them are really well written. So, but not that one. No. Was that all that was released? What was it? Beyblade?
Oh, there's lots and lots of other games released, but none sort of relevant to systems. The old Wii game that was a mix of Virtua Tennis 4 15 years ago as well for PlayStation 3, Wii, and 360, but I won't bore you with them.
It's like sometimes the real heavy hitters that come out. It's having the 3DS and the DS And the PSP, 15 years ago, the PSP. Kids nowadays don't even know about putting a little mini DVD CD into your console and then dropping it and it like jumping. Does anyone know what CDs are anymore? I can't go down this tangent.
It will get very messy. Save it for your other podcasts.
All right. Yeah. So also as well, yeah, Did I mention about the Switch price increase? I've forgotten already.
Oh, we very briefly touched on it.
Yeah, I think I just
with every console. They're probably going to do a similar version to what they did with the original Switch anyway. So they released the base model, has a slightly upgraded, updated firmware level. So I know a lot of people with the Switch 1 originals, they're apparently easier to jailbreak from what I've heard.
Yes.
So that's a lot of people are after them. So people would come into a secondhand game shop and they would want an early version.
Yeah, which I actually think,
Switch.
I think my Switch is actually the original, the launch version, the one that I have.
Which they had a name. They named that set the flagship model, and then there was the OLED as well, and the Switch Lite.
Yeah.
So we're probably going to get a similar thing happen. Bit of a price increase for a while. They're going to release their version 2.0 Switch 2, and it's just going to be a slightly higher firmware version on release.
Yeah, I mean, I do think that the Switch 2 OLED will come out at some point, and either the OLED
you reckon they'll do an OLED model?
I think they'll do an OLED model. I think they're still cooking it in the oven. I think they're still figuring it out because one of the biggest upgrades, well, when you went from the Switch to the Switch OLED model, you didn't just get the OLED, you also got a fantastic battery, which is still so good today. And I highly suspect that they'll do, with the Switch 2 sequel, they'll go either two ways where, I mean, I hope they do both, but it'll be an OLED or it'll just be a better battery. Because battery technology is advancing, keeps getting better and better and better. And I hope so as well, because the Switch 2 battery is not good. It's not good. It's bad, but, you know. But yeah, so with the Switch price increase, in Australia, the base model Switch 2, so that's the version without Mario Kart in it, without Mario Kart World, will increase by Australian $70. I don't know if they've already phased it out or they will phase it out. They had already said that the Switch 2 console with the Mario World packed in will be discontinued. I don't know if it's discontinued yet, but they have plans on doing that. And then that means that, yeah, so...
Which is pretty common anyway, so it's not anything out of the ordinary. So you'll see a price increase will come up and they're going to actually clear out a lot of the older bundles anyway, so some of them may still be cheaper.
Yeah. It's not just Nintendo that's doing this as well. I genuinely believe it's not something nefarious that Nintendo's doing. It's more to do with just everything that's going on. PlayStation has also increased their consoles up significantly by 30% in Australia. That's just to do with the technology shortages and stuff like that. I feel like once that does pass, we might get a 3DS ambassador program style something from Nintendo, in which I think like you said, I think they might rise. Increase the price for now, but I think it will return and settle down and eventually, because they can't, there's a point where probably holiday season, I would suspect that they'll try to somehow, if things have settled, decrease it to make sales over Christmas, and PlayStation will do the same as well. But they with the Switch 2, they had reported that they decreased production, not as in that they're not going to make it anymore, but more to do with they anticipate, of course, launch came out in June of last year. So it's almost 12 months. Almost 12 months that the Switch 2 has been out. And they anticipated a huge amount of number of people buying it when it came out. And of course every country is a bit different, but they want to make sure that they manufacture enough Switch 2s for the launch, because that's when the console will sell the most numbers, usually, because everyone wants to grab it. So them increasing the production was in anticipation of the launch, selling a certain amount of models. And then now that we're in the first year and things are starting to settle down, and people that were going to buy it at launch have already bought the Switch, they've already got it, they're most probably not going to buy another one. And then this will be working more towards bringing in new people that are kind of monitoring the Switch 2 and are a little bit on the fence, where they're kind of like, I don't know if we're going to get it or not, maybe I will, because if the people that haven't bought it at launch are on the fence usually, like that means that they need a little bit more convincing. So that's just decreasing the amount, because they don't need to have as many available. Otherwise, scarcity creates profit usually. If it's too many available, then retailers will have too many and they won't be moving their stock, and then it will get too decreased, and they don't want to do that. So it's all like a balancing thing. But yeah, the Switch 2 was, no, to be fair, the Switch 2 is expensive. It was an expensive console for what came out. So yeah, but either way, if you are on the fence about the Switch 2, I think by this point there's a fair amount of good games for it. So maybe get on that and get it before the price increase. But yeah.
Yeah, well.
So, it'll go down.
I feel like
it'll recover.
One thing I was a bit confused about was the people that were upset about it already had Switch 2s.
Yeah.
I get that obviously you don't want things to just keep rising and rising, especially with little to no explanation. But once it's like, oh, I'm mad that they've increased the price, but I've already got it, so I'm not going to be buying another one at that price anyway. I didn't know what they were getting at with it.
Yeah, I think anything that they're like, oh, they're greedy, and that's the first reaction to literally anything, is when they don't understand why these things are happening. They just go, well, you're doing it because you're greedy, Nintendo. And it's not that. All of technology is affected at the moment. Computer technology as well. It is what it is. So, at least, one of the good things that I see with the Switch, the Switch is expensive. It is an expensive console. But I've always felt that, Nintendo supports the one console for a very long time. So when you look at the price of something and you go, well, I'm going to get you 5 years of use out of this console, that's a really good thing, rather than being like, oh, this is a console that is going to not be supported, because it's the Switch 2 is the current gen for them. And looking at how they treated the original Switch, where for a long time, was it 5 years that they just kept updating with things? They've supported it for a while, and they're still kind of supporting the original Switch now, except for Pikacharr. Sorry, guys. Sorry about the Pikacharr situation.
Yeah, still the odd one. There's still definitely a lot of Switch 2 only games coming, and you sort of understand why, but there's the odd ink, like Tomodachi Life being a Switch 1 title. We've still got Rhythm Paradise coming out in a couple months. That's a Switch 1 title.
Did that Yoshi game, Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, is that Switch 2 or Switch 1 title? I didn't look at that.
Switch 2 only.
Yeah, okay. That's interesting, because that one's kind of a baby game.
And they keep, I've seen a lot more like Switch 2 only games that can still be sent via game share, which sort of defeats the purpose for the individual Switch 1 owner that hasn't got a Switch 2. Especially, they're not going to want to have to go to a friend's every now and then and play online via game chat to then game share to have a portion of the game, because a lot of the game share features isn't the whole game.
Yeah.
You get sent a portion of it, like download play.
Yeah. No, but yeah. So, all right, I think we've covered all of our topics for today. It was a lot.
A bit of a return, and we're really hoping we'll definitely get a couple more back-to-back episodes in. We won't do 6 months between each podcast. Is much to discuss from our editor that they won't be a fan.
My excuse for us being so late is that we have changed a bit of our recording and microphone system. So hopefully at the very least, the Spotify recording of our audio will be a little bit better. That's my excuse for the 2-month hiatus. And also, we've decided that for every episode that we are 2 or 3 or more months late, we're gonna name it "We Are Back" again. We're gonna add again every single time. So that's all right.
I just like that you apologise and you provide your reasoning for being delayed, and then I just use your delays as the reason. I've been ready every single week, waiting every Sunday afternoon.
It has.
But you haven't been. So
yeah,
I can't do it without you. So it is all your fault.
So
episode
solely. 5, the apology episode for literally everything. All right. Okay. Well, we'll end it at that. I'll end my apology now. I'm sorry for being late. I'll probably do it again, but that's okay because I'm sorry about it. So that covers it up.
What about the other 50 million apologies you still owe the podcast?
All right. So yeah, thank you for staying to the end. Again, we're Supermate 64 podcast. We appreciate you getting to the end. And I hope you're excited for all of the lovely Nintendo games that are coming out soon. And I hope you're in good gaming. Enjoy the game. You don't have to finish it. Just enjoy it. Right?
Oh, God.
All right, okay. All right, I'm going to end it now. So see you later, everyone. Bye.
See ya.